Frank, utter chaos, custom content. I had to add. Warning, do not use this mod in saves that you care about. Seriously, your Sims can and will have their lives turned upside down without warning. Your builds may also be at risk due to the number of fires this mod starts. You have been warned. Use this mod with caution. Okay, so I got bored for a hot second and downloaded this, and then literally as soon as I opened the game, oh my, I was flooded with these kind of pop-up things, that the game gives. And oops, I just knocked my whole desk. It doesn't tell me who gets the card, like, why am I getting this card? Whose card is it for? It has all sorts of these weird little, like, sentence pop-ups. What do you even call these? So many personality changes for people who did not already have the personality trait to begin with. Some people randomly dropped out of school, some people randomly started school. There were so many, like, pretending they were away doing things kind of pop-ups, and since my Sims are trapped in a basement, that's really not good for the storyline here. Nobody's going anywhere or doing anything. I had a girl, what's her name? Designated, turned herself into a ghost somehow. What's his name? Cotton also turned himself into a ghost somehow. And then I didn't know, is this like permanent? Are they gonna go back? I had so many pop-ups, and in the very beginning, after I downloaded this mod, I did actually sit there and try to read them until I realized this was never, ever, ever, ever going to end. And I got a whole bunch of pop-ups of things that I have never seen in this game before, like what on earth is a dream update? What pack is that from? And like, how does that work? I was drowning, so I had to just have it on pause because of how many things had happened. And then I was trying to go through, trying to read like character by character, trying to like make some kind of a story in my head about what on earth all these things were happening. And then I was kind of hoping if I could just, because like you see up there, I'm not even allowed to like save or build because somebody's either dying or something's on fire. I had to keep this going until there was no fire and no death to the point that I'd be able to save, because then I was curious if I save and then stop playing and then come back in without that mod, what from the mod might have stayed. Like, will somebody randomly now have a job? Will somebody randomly now be famous? That's what I was kind of curious about, is I wanted to see what will stick around afterwards. First, even though the mod tells you it's going to be complete utter chaos, I mean, literally, it's the utter chaos mod. And it tells you every second, everything your sim does is going to trigger another thing. And technically, I have 25 characters in this house, minus Scoots and Toots, and these are. But even he has weird little pop-ups as though he's a sim, so they have him going off on weird adventures with his job and stuff too. So, oh my! And then I don't know what exactly the fire situation is, but they just spontaneously combusted with this mod. I don't know if spontaneous sim combustion is a thing at all elsewhere in the real normal game, or if this is only from the mod. The way I had the understanding of this mod was that the mod just kind of unlocks things the game already has in it, and it will just kind of make them happen a lot more common often. So, is random spontaneous sim combustion a thing? I think I also saw that random fires will start at like they're classified as gas leaks after earthquakes. So maybe that's kind of what this is these Sims are all having personal gas leaks from their own little earthquakes. I didn't notice any earthquakes happen. Um, Rebirth, I have no idea what any of that is. I got the life and death pack, and then I was trying to explore the life and death pack. But at some point, when exploring a new pack, I get kind of lost and confused in how to keep exploring more aspects of the pack. I got a couple of those cards found in random places, some of which are found in other pack requirements. Like, in order to get all the cards out of the life and death tarot card pack, what happens if I don't have one of the random packs that one of the cards is hidden behind? So I never ever get to finish that, the tarot deck. So anyways, I had a character, I was gonna have her work for Grimm, but things, I, I was trying to get rich in that other profile, and I was gonna say I accidentally married Santa. I didn't accidentally marry Santa, okay? I accidentally got rich because I didn't realize Santa was going to bring me so much money. And then once you're that wealthy, it's a little bit less fun, you know? So, hmm. I had to keep pausing this so that I could keep trying to see all of the different notifications that were happening. It was a hot mess, and I was offended that two of my Sims were ghosts. Is there a mod that's like this, but that's not quite as extreme? Because I like more pop ups happening. That's obviously a massive plus. I would like them to not have pop ups that are completely outside of what they experience. Like, if they don't have a job, they shouldn't have a pop up about having gone to work, you know? Uh, yeah, so. And then all these like tenant things and stuff. So then I was having all these things about being a tenant and also about being a property owner. I'm neither. This is just a normal residential lot. There's no rentals here on this unit. Let me also complain ever so slightly about the new rental pack. So my boyfriend got me the rental pack because I was playing as a family and I wanted my sim to have her own little house and all her siblings to have their own little houses. And then but it only lets you have two fridges apparently on a lot, or else people get confused. Oh, and one of my boys wanted to live right here. Hello. Anyways, so I wanted to have them all have their own little houses, and in order to do that, so they could all have their own fridge, and it's really like their own house, I kind of needed it to be apartments because everybody was just kind of they weren't treating it as their own little houses. It wasn't going as I had hoped. So I split it up to apartments, and then I had my sim be the apartment head, whatever you'd call that, the chairman of the apartments. I don't remember, the landlord. There we go. I found the word. And then her family was all like complaining that her unit wasn't good enough, even though it's a 5-star unit. Like, I'm sorry, what do you mean it's not good enough? I am eccentrically wealthy and give you everything you can want. Stop complaining. So I was offended that they would complain and they would stand outside and picket my sim with picket fences. Like, you're lucky you even have a house. I gave them all their money. I paid for their housing. I was paying their rent. So how dare they complain? Oof, how dare they? So if I do another unit where I'm a landlord, I will not be renting to family members because that's not cool. Like, I get it. Some family members would absolutely be doing that. But literally, my sim was a global superstar. Her dad married Judith Ward, who Judith only came with 100 grand. My sim was worth way more than that. And then when I married Santa, that was 500,000. Oh, also, oh my god, Grim. What happened to the Grim Reaper? Can he die? Grim turned into a ghost. And then I noticed, I don't know how Gaudry appeared. Does Gaudry come when there's too much death? Gaudry just shows up at some point to come hang out with the Grim Reaper, and something made my gnome mad. I don't know why my gnome was mad. But when I realized Gaudry and Grim were over here having a little chitty chat, they were flirting. So, a Grimmy boy, do you like Gaudry? What's the what with that? Is there lore? I need to know more about Gaudry. I don't think I know enough about that character. Oh, so yeah, definitely don't do the Utter Chaos mod if you care about your file. That was 1,000% accurate. Also, don't do the mod if you actually want to like sit here and watch all this stuff and you have some kind of a time crunch because you physically will not be able to save for a really long time. It was substantial, the amount of fires and then the amount of deaths that happened. So, but luckily you don't need the Utter Chaos mod to make this level of chaos. Well, so minus the pop-ups. Those pop-ups are annoying though, so it's really not that big of a deal. But I did manage to make this level of chaos, in my opinion. In the next round after I remove this mod and go back to trying to play with just MCCC. Grim in his flirting game, it's not amazing. I don't know what on earth he's doing over there, but Gaudry doesn't seem interested. He's just yellow, so he doesn't, I think that means he's embarrassed or uncomfortable. One of those. And for some reason, the other worlds kept, like, being better and better, even though I'm not in that world. Is that the only world that gets better and better, too? Probably, because it's that bad. I guess that would make sense. Ugh, somebody's freezing to death, and then she catches on fire. So, yeah, this mod is absolutely what it tells you it's gonna be. It's too much though. I don't like. I would like it to be a couple steps down from this because I love the chaos and I want all these like emergencies and things to be happening. But I'd like it to be a little bit more in tune to each character. And those stupid tarot cards. Who is getting the tarot card? Whose card was pulled, and how am I supposed to know that? So thank you very much, game. That's not helpful. If I'm playing as a household with 8 Sims and they keep getting tarot cards, how am I supposed to know which one of them got the tarot card? Anyway, so Grim doesn't give effing F about all of these dead children. He's just over here trying to shoot his shot. It didn't work. Godfrey turned him down, so now he's like, fine, I guess I'll go back. This kid over here is playing marbles in his dead friend's fire corpse. Fire corpse. And Scoots and Tootsin is just like, hey, can someone feed me? Because you're not allowed to eat or do anything like that when there's fire and all these things. So you can't refill Scoots and Tootsin's bowl. But for some reason, when they all starve to death, he is fine. I wonder if the starving to death factor for pets is longer than it is for Sims. And then what on earth happened to Grim? Why did he take some of his clothes off? So now Grim is floating. Grim has no feet. Let me also point that out. I love that for him. Feet are disgusting. Oh my god, I love Grim now so much. And he's got his creepy weird smile. Grim being footless is literally amazing. But yeah, he has hands now. He grew flesh on his hands. Even though a moment ago, he's just bony hands sticking out the bottom of his clothes. Which I like a lot, the bony hands. I noticed those. So, do you see those stupid little glowing pop-ups on the top left of my screen? Also, those have nothing to do with the Sutter Chaos mod. Those are just the Sims being annoying. I don't know why on earth they're giving me these weird little, like, try to be a happy family quests. Does this look like a happy family, The Sims? There is no family here. These are children that have. Hey, is he hopscotching? Oh, they can autonomously hopscotch. I did not notice that ever. Oh, that makes me so happy. Ah! But he was going backwards. That's okay. I didn't notice him going forwards. That kid's hands are glowing. I have no idea what I was just trying to say. Oh, another one bites the dust. Another one gone, and another one gone. Yeah, this playthrough is not what I expected. That kid is now divorced. He's probably a widower. Oh, is that Bob Pancakes? Did Eliza catch on fire? Oh, poor Bob. And you say I have like no sins left. This was supposed to be a who remains alive at the very end kind of a thing. Last man standing kind of a test here in my child experiment game. Yeah, this mod doesn't really, so I had to make a new save. My new save is now going to be after Chaos mod because yikes, that is a scrap. Bye.